Hello, YouTube and possible vinyl community. This is not a vinyl update. Warning, danger, danger, warning. It's a Horrorhound Weekend haul update video thing. Um, Showing the stuff that we picked up this weekend. Um, she uploaded a video of her haul, her stuff, and I'm going to do one. So I guess I'll start out with the T-shirts, because I went ballistic on T-shirts this year, which I always do, but this year it seemed like I bought even more. The first one is Creep Show, because we went back around a second time, and of course when you do that you always spend more money, because you see other stuff that you didn't see first time, which is sort of the whole point. And then I bought this shirt, Zachary. I've seen that, it's like, oh my god, to have that. Zachary was a horror host, for anybody out there that doesn't know. Sort of like, what's the guy? Svengoolie? Sort of like Svengoolie.
But Zachary was way older.
Yeah, he was more of an original, one of the original ones. And this is one of my favorite movie distributors, I guess you'd call it, Vinegar Syndrome. And they had several shirts there, but this is the one that I wanted on their website. So they actually had some of those, and there's their logo on the back. And I've always said that I like Vinegar Syndrome. They have some really good movies. It's basically B movies, grindhouse and exploitation, and there's some questionable stuff by some people's standards, but that's what I like. This guy that I bought these next three shirts off of, he's always there and he has cool stuff. This is Aleister Crowley shirt, which I had to get because you see stuff instantly. It's like, oh my god, I have to have that, and I do that with everything. So that's why this room is packed full. And then this is the tarot card for the devil. I can't even see that. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
And it says the devil on it there, which I'd never seen that shirt either. I mean, I've seen so many things, but so many shirts, Stranger Things, that I hadn't seen before. And this one was the discontinued one. It's a 2X, which is obviously bigger than I need it to be, but it's Death Proof, one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies. And there on the back, you can see that. I can't read it, it's too dark, but you can see it. But if you haven't seen that movie, Death Proof, and you like Kurt Russell, he's in it. He plays one of the main characters, Stuntman Mike. It's a really good movie. I never get tired of watching it. And then Kat already has this shirt she bought, I think, last year. And I have one from the same movie, but this shirt I like better, so I went ahead and actually found me one. That's the Pussycat Kill. Russ Meyer movie. Everybody should probably
watch it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. But everybody probably watching that's into that kind of stuff would already know what it is, more than likely. Anything Russ Meyer is, watchable. Essential for the most part. There's a few exceptions. Fright Night, another great movie. This is the original Fright Night shirt, not from the remake Fright Night, which we haven't seen, the remakes. And I haven't even seen the second original one. I'm still looking for that. And then you got this shirt too, right? The stuff from the movie, this stuff. I seen that when I first got there, and I was just sort of glancing at stuff, and I seen it, and it's like, oh my god, they have the shirts from the stuff. I would have never expected that.
It's not very common that you see that kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff. And then the Munsters. I have a Munsters shirt I bought there year before last, I think, but I like this one, so I thought I'd pick that one up because it's more. I like it because it's black and white, and then the Munsters logo is a lot more noticeable with the green.
In the Munsters green.
Mm-hmm. And then this one was a sort of a substitute shirt. One of the ones that I wanted, I waited too long, and he was sold out of a lot of them. But he did have this one, and it's my first Dracula Bela Lugosi shirt. So I went ahead and still wanted to get one. I had my mind set on getting. Did I buy 2 shirts from him or 3?
I don't remember.
The Munsters, and I think I just got these 2. I didn't buy one the first time we were over there. So there's all the shirts I got. 11 shirts, I think I counted all together. And then, this is going to be interesting. He had a heck of a time getting this in here. This was some artwork that I got from...
Let me help you.
I can't get that out of there. Wait a minute.
Let me help you.
Okay. It's some artwork that I got from his... I'll show you his Facebook page while she's getting that out of there. It was not easy for him to... It's Doug Pagosh. It's his Facebook page right there. And he had a booth set up. It was Retro Agogo. And they had a lot of cool stuff. The umbrella that she bought was in that booth. And try the other end.
I think we can without a knife.
And he had a lot of cool...
Pretty stuff.
Yeah, it's in there anyway. Yeah, you get it. Go ahead and talk.
Anyway, he had a booth with lots of retro type items, his own artwork. I bought a parasol. He had some retro mask in there. Really big ones, not for your face, just for your wall kind of thing. But they were like those old Halloween masks that people used to wear back in the day. But then Brent bought some of his artwork, and so he's gonna show you.
Yeah. So the first one I got is, and I'd seen these before online, but I would have never thought the artist would be there with prints of them. You know, it's just something that you don't think about ahead of time. You know, and I always say that, you know, I go somewhere and it's like, oh, I ain't gonna find anything, and then of course, and he autographed these too. Right here down in the corner. I was trying to look. He has autographed it in gold. And this one, I think, out of the two I got, this is probably my favorite one.
I love this one.
And these are definitely going in a frame. I think they're 18 by 11. I'm not positive, but that's obviously Frankenstein and the Bride. But the detail on these is so. I mean, you could sit here and find all kinds of stuff. Just keep looking at them. And there was a few others that I sort of wanted to get. If I'd have stayed there longer, I would have made a third round and bought a lot more stuff. I know I would have, because, you know, that's just the type of place it is. I mean, if you're into that stuff at all, I'm not going to put that lid back on there either. But he signed those. He was a really nice guy, had some really cool stuff. Get on his Facebook and his website. It's Retro Agogo, Doug Pagosh, and check out his stuff. And then on to well, before I go to the DVDs, this is what I should have showed in the beginning. That's just what it is. It's Horrorhound. These are the little, I don't know what you call these, that they hand out. Horrorhoundweekend.com was this weekend, March 23rd through 25th. This was the Cincinnati one. There's like 4 or 5 different locations that they have these throughout the year. And there's zombie dogs on the back, which we did have for lunch. And it has all the listings inside, the people that's there, what times, Q&A, the schedule as far as the map and all that stuff. And it has all the sponsors and, you know, everything that
What's going on for the weekend.
that's going on. Some of the other stuff before I show the DVDs. This was with the Zachary shirt that I bought. It says, hey, Creepface, share your stuff on Instagram and make your loser friends jealous. Tag us at Lunar Crypt Co. I thought that was cool. I just love anything, free stuff. I got a bunch of cards here. I'm not going to go through every single one of them. Got a Troma card here. Troma. Can't see. It's so dark in here. This is the one. Isn't this the guy that did the artwork that you bought?
Yeah, I think so. I'm glad you got that.
Jellico was the artwork that she got of the little Sasquatch guy.
Go check out.
Yeah, check that out because he has a lot of cool artwork.
Check out my channel too.
Yes,
see what I
check
got.
out her video. Art and illustration, designer toys, and weirdness by Kelly and Jay Spencer Show. And they're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. and I guess that's Tumblr. So it's jellyco.com. But I'd like to go in there and look at some of the stuff because I really wish I'd have got some of those Halloween themed ones.
I don't know if that's the one, or if
I'm not sure either, but
if that was the one where the girl was dressed up.
But they have some cool stuff. All of these are. This is a tattoo one that I picked up, which we sort of thought about getting a tattoo, but we didn't. You know, I don't know. I just had my mind set on other things. There's another Troma one. And then I got some Horrorhound stickers. Let's see, we got a Vinegar Syndrome card, another Troma. I got several Tromas here. This guy, or band, I guess, was performing Saturday evening, the after party or whatever they call it. We didn't stay for that.
What's his name? Clownvis?
Clownsvis?
It's like an Elvis impersonator, but he's a clown.
Yeah, he's also on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And this is just some artwork by Byron Winton. This is his card. I mean, there's so many artists there. It's so much to look at. That's retro Agogo. This is also from the art I just showed, Doug Pagosh. This is his. He had these at his table. And then picked up a Cinema Wasteland flyer for this coming year. Then with my purchase, I got a free Tromaville bumper sticker. I also got some Severin stuff, which I'll be showing here in a minute. That's the stuff in the bag it came in. Also got a little button too, said Severin. I forgot that upstairs. Same logo. And then I'll go through these and I'll tell you the ones that she picked out, and then the ones that I got. I mean, I got all these, but she helped pick them out. I'd say, how many did you say altogether? 6. So this one was the first one that she picked out. It was The Devil's Honey. We just watched this before we made our videos, and it was pretty good. It was really good. I mean, it's pretty sleazy. Lots of nudity. Yeah, but you know, what do you expect? And that dog that's on that picture there, he did a lot of barking in that movie. So that was good. This one I'd never seen in my life. This Dracula guy in the front sort of looks familiar to me for some reason. The Hilarious House of Frightenstein, the complete series. I picked that out too. Yeah, she picked this out. And I probably would have got it anyway, but I didn't see it the first time I went through their booth. But, I mean, this looks like it's going to be... I can't wait to watch it. It says it's from 1971. That's the year I was born. So, this one was on my wish list to get, the Sinful Dwarf. This is the uncut adult version, I guess. Which I wanted this last time, but they were sold out, like I said. And there's 2 different versions, and I didn't realize I got the adult version until after the fact, which that's probably the one I would have got. This came from the Troma table, VHS Massacre. I didn't realize this was a Troma film, but yeah, I guess it is. It says Troma. Lloyd Kaufman was there, which, if you know anything about Troma, you know Lloyd is pretty much the mastermind behind all of it. The director, the producer, the writer, the everything. He even stars in the movies. He was there. I didn't want to stand in line because the line was really long to meet him, get your picture, autograph, whatever, with him, because he doesn't charge, and which is awesome. He's a really nice guy. He's just an everyday type of guy, down to earth, you know. He has no problem standing there and talking, and he's in his 70s, so that's, you know, that's pretty amazing. He does take breaks, which I don't blame him. He probably needs them. And then this HECO Lantern, this is one I think was from the Video Syndrome table, but it's a Massacre video, which is awesome because Massacre video wasn't there. HECO Lantern. That was on my list to get too. Better. It's kind of dark. Yeah, that was on my list to get too. And this one was also on my list I didn't get last year because they sold out, Hobgoblins. And you've seen this one, but you didn't know that I'd already... I said, oh, look at that movie. It's called Hobgoblin. Yeah, I was looking at something else and it's like, wow, I get that. That's one I wanted to get. He's like, grab it. And this was on Vinegar Syndrome table. This was one I really wanted too, Raw Force. I was talking to the guy about this. This is also Vinegar Syndrome.
Didn't he say he liked this one?
He said this was a really good one, which I'd seen the trailer for it, and it's like it seemed like somebody reviewed that online. I don't remember. You picked out this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Witch's Mirror. I'd seen this trailer online, and I think I had this on my wish list on Amazon. We watched this, and this was a really good movie. It's in black and white.
It's a Mexican film.
Mexican film, and there was a bunch of those there. Sort of wish I'd got some more of those. But yeah, this one was really good, really creepy. There's some more that they have. Brainiac, right there. I do have that one, so we'll be watching that one pretty soon, hopefully, if I don't forget. Because I know I do have that. I don't remember what else I got. Too many. This was at the Grindhouse table. The Legend of the Wolf Man, which you picked this out too.
Wolf Woman.
Wolf Woman. I'd never seen this. And this guy said it was based on the, like I said earlier, with the Death Proof, the Grindhouse Planet Terror double feature. There's some fake trailers in between the two movies, and one is like Nazi Werewolf of the SS or something. And he said it was Quentin Tarantino had based it off of this movie, that fake trailer. So I mean, that's enough right there to sell it to me. But you know, just it being a full moon, and I mean, I can't believe I didn't buy more from their table because I usually do. This was the first one I picked up. Things. I don't remember which table this was at, but this is one that I've been wanting to get for a long time, because I have Sledgehammer and some of the other shot on video movies, but these are supposed to be so terrible that they're great. I want to say this was a Massacre video, but it says Intervision. This one, you know, I can't believe I didn't have it just because I think it's out of print.
I'm so glad we bought this movie.
Drop Dead Fred with Rick Mile from The Young Ones. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. I mean, too bad he didn't make more movies than that. This one, Banana MFer. You can see that there. This was from on the Troma table. And the guy at Troma, he said, I haven't even seen this one yet.
Don't show the back.
I'm not going to show the back. But it's a group of explorers will unleash a new form of evil, bananas. That's what it says. And it also includes short films, Papa Wrestling, and blah, 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 or whatever that's pronounced. But, I mean, how could you not want to get that? This was also on my wish list, Surf Nazis Must Die. I've seen this cover for years and years on things, and it just never, I don't think Troma had this the last year. If they did, I probably would have got it. And this one you picked out, Romeo and Juliet. I was aware of this movie, but I'd never seen it. So it looks quite interesting. And it's Troma, so I'm sure it will be. This was one that I'd seen on their website recently. It's like, wow, that looks really different for Troma. Electric Apricot. It's Les Claypool of Primus. I guess it's like a mockumentary, sort of like Spinal Tap.
That should be interesting.
Sort of, I guess. This is the best way I can think of from
Looks
what I...
like Grateful Dead to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first seen it. But it's got the Grateful Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead in here on it.
Speaking of the Grateful Dead.
Seth Green from Robot Chicken, Matt Stone from South Park, the guy from Government Mule. They were toured with Blackberry Smoke, and then whoever that is from Flight of the Conchords. But greatest rock and roll movie since The Last Waltz, it says. So that's sort of cool. And this one was from the Synapse table. Also, they had an Impulse section where these were Impulse. Aphrodisiac. And I'd seen this movie on their website before, but until the guy described a little bit about what it was, like, okay, I want that. I don't remember what he said now, but it's basically...
He said it was like a
dirty movie.
A dirty movie, but don't take drugs type message in it.
Sort of like a cover-up type to get a dirty movie out.
Yeah.
1971 on Impulse. That ought to be good. And then this one, I think you picked this one out.
I picked it out.
Sexcula. That's how you say it. And I'd seen this one on their website when it first came out. And I don't know. It's funny that I didn't already have these. Because it's just something that, you know, I mean, the cover alone, I mean, it's got a gorilla on the cover. Why would you not want it just for the gorilla? I mean, not to mention the girl sitting there looks like a vampire, but So let's see. That's it. A big pile of stuff to add to my other big pile of stuff. But yeah, overall it was probably one of the better, if not one of the best, Horrorhounds that I'd been to. Horrorhound Weekend. I was surprised at a lot of the really good outfits that people were dressed up as this year. Stuff I never would have even thought of. More our speed, I think, than what we usually see, which was just a coincidence, of course. They had a wider variety, like Kat had said in her video, as far as vendors and stuff to
Say hi, Venom.
to buy. There's our cat. He has to sort of be right where we are. And so that's basically it. If you're not familiar with Horrorhound, it's a horror convention in Cincinnati. The one we went to where it was. They had a lot of famous people there as usual. They have questions, Q&A panels. Child's Play did a Q&A panel. They had the Bigfoot guy was there. The guy that actually was responsible for
Bob Gillum.
Yeah, Bob Gillum. He had him and his friend is the one that actually filmed the footage, the original footage that you always see of Bigfoot from 1968 or whatever it was.
Yeah, 68.
Which was really cool because I hadn't realized that he was going to be there. Charlie Benante from Anthrax was there. C. Thomas Howell was there. Ron Perlman from Hellboy. I mean, there's just some Stranger Things people. A couple wrestlers was there, Sting, and I don't remember the other one, Mysterio. Mysterio. But yeah, there's a lot to do, and there's a lot to see. A lot to spend your money on. And that's what I did. So,
we were there for a long time.
We were there for a long time. And I didn't want to leave. I could have stayed longer, but, well, you know, what do you do?
It was a good time.
It was a good time. So I got a lot of movies for us to watch, and she got a lot of movies for us to watch. Did you show all those?
Mm-hmm.
I was busy running up and down the stairs getting stuff, so I don't remember. Yeah,
stuff.
So I don't remember what she showed and what she didn't. I'll have to watch her video too. But go to her channel and subscribe. It's Vintage Owl. She does vinyl and everything else like I do. And thanks for watching, subscribing, and all that jazz. And we'll see you in the next. Probably it's going to be a vinyl update next time around. Bye.